Hiyo! Okay, I don't even remember what I was doing last. I imagine it has something to do with going to kill the Belfry Gargoyles. Wrong one. Bell Gargoyles. Wrong game. Alright, so I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 2, so that's why this has been taking a long time to get out. And Dark Souls 2 is really different. I mean, even though it's basically the same kind of game, a lot of things have changed, such as being able to circle around enemies, and the fact that the PC version runs at 60 frames per second the whole time, which is pretty awesome. I thought I wouldn't like the change at first, but it ended up being pretty good. Of course, the thing about Dark Souls 2 is that it's just not as well designed as this one. And I know that's difficult to really nail, but once you play it, if you play this one, you'll kind of get a sense of what I mean. Is that the areas feel like disconnected linear corridors the whole game. So you'll kind of go through an area like Forest of Giants or something, and you'll go through the whole area, and then there'll be like a bonfire at the end. And this kind of happens in this game, as you'll see kind of later, but for the most part, it doesn't happen that often. Whereas in this game, every area feels, at least in some degree, interconnected with the other areas. And there's weird little shortcuts. The same was true of Demon Souls.
By the lords.
Okay.
Yeah. Now.
I'm just talking to him to make sure that I'm going to be able to get his help when I go up to kill the gargoyles. Yes, I'm going to cheat. I don't care. I also need to get my humanity back, because you can't summon NPC help unless you get your humanity. Coffee. Okay, off I go. Also, actually, being human form and having one humanity, which is that number in the upper left-hand corner, boosts your item discovery rate, which is helpful if you're farming for stuff. But it's kind of a diminishing returns, so if you get up to 10, it will keep increasing, but at a very lower rate. So you really just want, like, one humanity around. Of course, if you die, you lose all your humanity, unless you pick it back up again, so that's the other thing. Alright, so, since this is Theology, I think I want to talk a little bit about an interesting discussion I had about the Genesis narrative. Now, I think this is sparked by a sermon that I heard this Sunday, which was mostly about Adam and Eve. Oh, and I'm acting dumb. Oh, that was fun. And most of the discussion was revolving around the idea of what exactly does the story of the fall of mankind mean? I mean, Garden of Eden style. So we were thinking about, because I think a lot of people miss the end of the story. So you know, there's Adam and Eve, and oh goodness, I'm gonna die if I don't focus on this. And I made that preposterously easy. Okay. So you read the whole Adam and Eve story, the serpent deceives them, etc., etc., etc. So I think the traditional narrative just basically says that, Satan comes in and deceives them, and then, we go all willy-nilly towards sinfulness and entropy of, human existence, all that jazz. Now, what was presented to me was an alternate perspective. Okay, so I don't care what denomination you are. Do you see the Garden of Eden as, what do you call it? Do you call it as a real event, or is it a fake event? If you see it as a metaphor, or if you see it as a actual historical document about what actually happened. Now, either of those are interesting perspectives, but the point of the story remains is mankind's lust for knowledge the knowledge of God. Now, we had thought about this. It was like me and my family were just discussing this. So now the central idea was that perhaps there's something endemic to sentient beings which will naturally make them rebel and do stupid things. Okay, he did the summon sign. That's great. And because we do those sorts of things, the problem is that this would occur no matter what reality you were in. So humankind would fall, and that we would basically not be able to do things the way that they should have been done, because God says you may not eat of this tree, and then we go and do it. And the story doesn't make it clear whether or not we were the initiators, and I guess most people would say, oh, we were naturally good and stuff, but do you actually believe that? Get out of the way. Alright, cool dudes. Let's do this. I'm just gonna skip the cutscene after I take a sip of this coffee. Because I'm lazy. Or I can't skip the cutscene, apparently. Oh, I can. There we go. Ouch. Yeah, let them do the dirty work. Yeah, here's the easy way to kill the bell gargoyles. Just sit back and watch the fun. Go, 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 dudes. Go, go, go. Oh no, they both died. Very sad. Aw. Thanks, guys. Okay, so if you ever wanted to know how to do easy mode version of that fight, there you go. Anyway, I was not going to be able to do that with a rapier, and if I did want to do it that way, I was not going to wait around forever. Okay, so back to whatever I was talking about. Okay, so we're sentient beings. We have maybe free will, and if we don't have free will, we can't perceive that we don't, so it functionally is irrelevant. So the latter part of the story, so, God finds us in the garden, and then Adam says, I didn't eat of the tree, the woman gave it to me. And then they both end up with some kind of punishment, which has kind of lasted for human existence forever. Now, the interesting part is that it doesn't say, like, the punishment for eating from the tree is being cast out of the garden, right? But what it does say is that we're cast out of the garden specifically because we know the knowledge of good and evil. It says that he's like us now. So it says we need to prevent, basically it says we need to prevent human beings from eating of the tree of life. So what we end up with is an imperfect knowledge. We know we have an eternal mind with a temporal body, if that makes any sense. Okay, I rang the bell. So basically we get kicked out because we might actually eat from the tree of life, which would be eternal life and stuff. And apparently God doesn't want us to have that because it was forcibly wrested from God, and it wasn't of God's choosing to give it to us. Now, I think a lot of Christian denominations would say that, like, grace is a gift, right? The idea that we're fallible human beings that stumble and fall, and then eventually we're going to die, but we're also going to be resurrected in new bodies in Jesus Christ is the first fruits of the resurrection. This makes a whole lot of sense if you think of the Eden narrative in that way. I hope this makes sense. Because I think it does. But it puts it in a whole new light, is that basically God would not let us have eternal life in the sense that eating from the tree of life. So, like being like God. So it says we're created in the image of God in like Genesis 1:26-ish, right? But we don't know necessarily what that means. Does that mean in terms of bodily physical form? I guess you can make that assumption. But it could mean in a variety of different senses. So That part is unclear, but at least in terms of our mind and our ability to perceive things, then that would make a lot of sense, even just purely from a psychological standpoint. It's really a question of why do human beings grieve? Why do animals grieve? Or at least certain mammals and the like. They grieve over their dead loved ones, even though... Oh goodness. I totally forgot that I came in from a different direction. So we grieve for loved ones and that sort of thing, and we kind of lament the fact that they're gone. And I understand that I'm not trying to trivialize these things, but I'm saying, insofar as we are supposedly rational, logical beings, we wouldn't have those sorts of inclinations to have such attachments to things that we know will eventually disappear. And I had always thought this was weird, right? My cat died recently, and I think I wrote a blog post about this, but it just seems weird that he's gone. Like, there's something missing in the grand scheme of how my brain processes events. And obviously, there's no possible way to resolve this, other than the idea that perhaps our minds are meant for eternal things while our bodies are not. And so we think in terms of the eternal, and we think in terms of the knowledge of good and evil, and we think in terms of eternal life rather than not. And that's what makes things so heartbreaking, obviously, in the world, is because we can't fix these things. You can't bring people back to life, and only in very rare cases does that ever happen. Other than miracles like Lazarus and, Jesus Christ, duh. Alright, now I gotta focus on item upgrades.
Go get yourself.
Oh, that's not good. What's happening to my controller? My controller is messing up. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ah! What's happening here? What's happening here? Something bad is happening. There we go. I'm gonna leave that in, because I'm lazy. Okay, now I need to see what my equipment is. It's been a while since I played this, so forgive me for not knowing what I'm doing. Okay, first things first is upgrade this S-Stock. Where's the S-Stock? Alright, reforge S-Stock 1. I think I need exactly 6 more? Yeah. We'll see. And we need 2 more. Yep, sorry about this boringness, but this is definitely going to pay off later when I am not thinking about upgrading stuff like this. Wow, I have a lot of shields. Yeah, and I gotta get the actual ember to ascend the weapons.
Most weapons are not what every hunk of metal. They're not
I don't care. So, let's see. Huh. Oh, I don't have any large Titanite shards, that's why. Okay, so I'm gonna buy a couple more of these. Reinforce armor. Purchase item. Buy another one. I probably have some souls in stock somewhere. Where did I use them last time? Oh, I used them. Oh. Goody. Alright, so... Yes, I just spent on a lot of weapon upgrades, but you know what? It's a heck of a lot better. Oh, I don't want to reuse that. Now, what I want to do now is kill Lautrec, because I have no need for his armor, and I would like to have his ring. And yeah, that sounds like a really bad way to think about things, but he's also a really nasty character if you start reading about the lore, and him and what's his name? Petrus of Thorland. There we go. They're a group of nasty gentlemen, and I would rather kill them off than see them do bad things. So yeah, that kind of echoes my earlier discussion that I don't really care when I kill people in a game. Woohoo! Alright, and since he drops that excellent ring, which I'm not sure if I want to use for this build or not. But you know what? I don't have any other rings, so whatever. I don't think I'm going to use it. Plus, this increases your stamina by some great amount. Unless you don't take it off, so guess we'll see how it goes. Yeah, sorry I made the boss fight so uneventful, but that's the way things go. That's the way things happen. Oh no, no, did he leave already? Oh no. Where'd he go? Huh? This is weird. Oh yeah, well. Huh. Maybe he's somewhere else. That would be weird. Well, I guess I gotta go kill Capra Demon anyway. Oh yeah, okay, so I think I've explained this before, but the game does kind of tell you where you need to go. So what key did we get? See, this is the key you get when you beat the Gargoyles. Opens a narrow passage leading below at the far face of the Great Bridge in the Undead Burg, which we've gone by before, which is the bridge with the giant dragon. And remember, one of the doors is locked. So the lower Undead Burg is a treacherous place, and it even gives you little hints about what actually is going to be there. So the game really does actually tell you where you need to go. You just have to be not dumb and actually read things and pay attention. And I don't understand where Lautrec went. I think it's because we used his help in the thing. As long as we don't go into the depths, he won't kill the Firekeeper, which gets really annoying real quick. So the quickest way back to the bridge might be up that way. I think that's where I'm going. Yeah, I'm honestly just playing off memory right now, and I'll see where it goes from there. Oh. Guess I'm one-shotting people now. Oh, crap. And I am failing at this. Get over here, you foul fire breather. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, Estus blasts are so fast in this game compared to Dark Souls 2. And he's gonna do the jump. Nope. And I poked him. Alright. Nope, not going that way. Sorry if this isn't interesting. But I've been thinking about Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 together, and I just don't think Dark Souls 2 is as good as this game. I mean, obviously there's flaws in both, and I'm not sure if it's just because of the development studio or how much money they had or whatever. But I clearly prefer this game, even though I really like the way Dark Souls 2 looks and how interesting the combat is and all that stuff. Alright, let me get this guy. And run, run, run. And yes. Oh goodness, I'm failing really bad sometimes. Hop. Wow. He can actually hit you from there. Oh, but I also have the master key. So that means I could have gone the... Oh well. That's life. Yeah, too bad they're too slow to actually do any kind of a counterattack. Oh, no. Yep, doesn't open. But I do have the master key, as I remember, because I picked thief. So this is kind of annoying. Wow. I've made this really easy for myself, haven't I? Oh, I didn't say I wasn't going to use shields. So. Sorry, I just don't know how to do a small shield. Small shields are hard. I don't like them. Come on. Get over here faster. Wow. Totally messed up there. Guy can't even run by. Come on, let him by. This game's silly. Oh. Ouch. Yeah, there's one more guy up here. Oh, wow. That was a one-shot? Huh. Oh, that, you know what? Down there is Havel the Rock, and you don't want to fight him because he is scary dangerous. I mean, he's got a big mallet, but he does drop a great ring. Up to you if you want to take the risk at this point in the game. Alright, time to run some more. This is just the safe way of doing it, because I hate doing the dragon thing again. As you remember, I did totally failed on the dragon, so I'm going to avoid that right now. Yeah, in terms of the Dark Souls 2 level design... Oh, see, there's a basement key. So Dark Souls 2, I think part of the reason why the combat is clearly better. I mean, there's no like crazy invincibility frames like you have in this game. And a lot of this problems of this game's combat are alleviated. Like, I mean, you can circle around the back of just about any enemy in this whole game, no problem. Because they're just slow. I mean, they're predictable, and I think Demon Souls had the same thing. But in Dark Souls 2, every enemy has like an insane amount of tracking, and they will circle around and try to get you. And it's completely unrealistic, I understand this, but it is a lot of fun, and it's challenging. Okay, this area is hard. And I'm going to open this door, because it can only be opened from the side. There you go. There's your shortcut. And that leads to where we just were. So, okay, this area contains lots of fast enemies that hit you quickly. And it's not a lot of fun. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Come on. Come on, dog creature. And apparently the rapier makes this really easy. Yeah, you just draw them out one at a time. As with most things in this game. Oh, well, there's two. And that was... Okay, the dog fell into the fire. That was dumb. Okay, I think there's one more dog somewhere around here. And I guess not. Okay, so let's see. Did I buy the key? Yeah, I did. I'll get him after, but do you see the wooden doors on these sides? They have a different coloring. Right there? There's a door, right? Well, ambush in there, but you can actually do that if you're so inclined. Give him a little jab. Nope, not in there. Come on, the doors have to open at some point. There we go. And I'm going to run back because I know how this goes. Ow. That was good. Oh no. And there we go. Play conservatively and win. Okay, I know I want to pick up the item. Yep, they have target shields because they're tiny creatures of death. Hollow thieves or something or other. Who that can remember. But there's stuff in the caverns they're in. Nailbreaker, which is a pretty awful weapon, I hear. And nobody has ever said it's good anywhere. And if they do, they're wrong. Alright, let me go back and get, what's it? Viggs of Grinheim? Is that his name? If I actually remember that correctly, I deserve points. Where is he?
Help!
Yep, let me see. Yep, residence key. Hello! I'll probably need him later. And
I have my sword.
no, I want the item. Ooh, sorcerer stuff. Yay. Makes me feel so happy. I'm gonna move on. Yeah, so the my big theological idea of the day is basically spent. But yeah, I just thought about, like, is Adam really a moron? And is Eve stupid too? Are we naive or are we smart? I don't know. I mean, after we eat the fruit, I imagine we're pretty smart. Yeah, but we're just a little too self-obsessed, which is why we need clothes. But, oh goodness. Here we go again. Totally forgot. And see, that is what you don't want. You do not want the camera shifting on you. Oh goodness. This is bad. This is like exactly what you don't want to happen. Oh goodness. Oh, stupid dog. See, you'll have to fight many more of these stupid dogs. Oh, what? Where did that guy come from? Man, I'm really failing hardcore here. I just wanted to kill that dog. Ugh. Being an annoying jerk. Yeah, great camera angles, guys. Okay. Come on. Seriously? And then they run, you know, enemy AI sometimes. Really weird. Well, there we go. Wasted enough Estus Flask for one day. I think I could do it with two, though. I think I need an S stock. Draw out the dog. And there's something in here. Yep, it's exactly the items that I started with. Fantastic. And there's something in here. Always double check. Alright, now I don't remember the right strategy. The Capra demon gives a lot of people trouble because it's 3 enemies basically at once. They all charge you as soon as you enter the door, especially the Capra demon, who will probably smash your face in the first time you walk in. Basically, my strategy is going to be to sprint to the stairs to the left and pray to God that I win. And also, that will be part of it too. Using the, what do you call it? Lightning element thing. Humanity can give you full health too, so that's why it's there. And we'll see how good I go. Ooh. Did I kill them both? Yes, indeed. Hey, look it, it's a dummy. What is he doing? Come on, jump down here. Jump down here. Oh, come on. Oh, goodness. And he's dead. Wow. That is like the easiest time I have ever had with that boss. So there you go, 2 bosses in 1 video. Looks like I'm playing with efficiency today. Okay, now to go back. Oh, wait. Do I want to? Yeah, I do. As soon as you enter the depths, I believe you basically, Lautrec will kill the Firekeeper. So what I have to do is not go and just open the shortcut. Oh. And I'm going to die because I'm an idiot. Wow. This is a total fail on my part, as I've made abundantly clear. Yeah, the extra range in the S-Stock is really good. You just have to be a little more cautious. Nope, nothing over here. Open the door. As soon as you open the door of the depths, I'm pretty sure that's what happens. But if I just run back... So yeah, elemental weaknesses are awesome. So if you can figure it out, then go kill him with it. It seems like they always give you the tools necessary to actually beat a boss. You just need to be willing to experiment a little bit. And here is another glorious shortcut. I'll go up there. Right here. And this shopkeeper sells you stuff. And she's kind of crazy, but she will sell you, like, fire things and poison effects and all other sorts of miscellaneous items you may or may not need. Depends. Yeah, whatever. Shush. And where do you think this leads? If you guess back to Firelink Shrine, you're correct. And we are here. And we did not kill the enemies, I guess. Oh, he just fell down. Oh, that could have been bad. Ooh, the S-Stock. Really powerful now. It's probably the rapier that has the longest range, which is probably why it works so well. Nope. Look, my parry timing is all off. Dark Souls 2 parry timing is like just incredibly precise. I can't bother to be doing it. Well, there's that guy. And I guess this is going to be the end of the episode while I do some other things. So yeah. See you guys next time.